The Untold Stories of Muslim Youth and Identity Crisis. Why Conversion is Off the Table. 1. The Crossroads of Identity. To be young is to stand at the crossroads of identity, where the past whispers and the future beckons. For Muslim youth, this crossroads is fraught with tension, a tug-of-war between tradition and modernity, between faith and freedom, between belonging and becoming. They are the children of two worlds, rooted in the soil of their ancestors, yet reaching for the stars of a globalized age. Their hearts are a battleground where the call to prayer competes with the call of the world. This is the untold story of Muslim youth, a story of struggle and resilience, of questions without answers, of dreams deferred but not abandoned. 2. The weight of expectations. From the moment they are born, Muslim youth carry a weight not of their choosing, but of their inheritance. They are the bearers of tradition, the keepers of faith, the hope of their families, the pride of their communities. But this weight is not always a burden. It is also a source of strength, a connection to something greater than themselves. It is the Quran recited by their mothers, the prayers whispered by their fathers, the stories of prophets and martyrs that fill their nights. Yet as they grow, the weight grows heavier. They are told to be devout, but not dogmatic, to be modern, but not westernized, to be proud, but not arrogant. The expectations are endless, and the pressure is relentless. 3. The crisis of belonging. For many Muslim youth, the crisis is not just about identity, but about belonging. They are caught between cultures, between the world of their parents and the world of their peers. In the mosque, they are told they are part of the Ummah, a global community of believers. But outside the mosque, they are often seen as the other, as strangers in their own land. This duality is a source of both pride and pain. It is a reminder of their uniqueness, but also of their isolation. They are too Muslim for the West, and too Western for the Muslim world. 4. The temptation of conversion. In this sea of uncertainty, conversion can seem like a lifeline. It is a chance to start anew, to shed the weight of expectations, to find a sense of belonging. But for Muslim youth, conversion is not an easy path. It is a road fraught with peril, a journey that can lead to alienation and loss. To convert is to risk losing not just their faith, but their family, their community, their identity. And so for many, conversion is off the table. Not because they do not question, not because they do not doubt, but because their faith is not just a belief, it is a part of who they are. 5. The search for meaning. The crisis of identity is, at its core, a search for meaning. It is a quest to understand who they are and what they are meant to be. For Muslim youth, this search often leads them back to their faith. They turn to the Quran, not as a book of rules, but as a source of wisdom and guidance. They find solace in prayer, not as a ritual, but as a conversation with the divine. They also turn to each other, building communities of support and understanding. They create spaces where they can be themselves, where they can ask questions without fear, where they can explore their faith without judgment. 6. The power of resilience. The story of Muslim youth is not just a story of crisis, but of resilience. It is a story of young people who refuse to be defined by others, who carve out their own path, who find strength in their faith and in themselves. They are the poets and the activists, the scholars and the artists, the dreamers and the doers. They are the future of the Muslim world, and they are shaping it in their own image. 7. Why conversion is off the table. For Muslim youth, conversion is not just a rejection of faith, but a rejection of self. It is a denial of their history, their culture, their identity. Their faith is not just a set of beliefs, it is a part of their DNA, a thread woven into the fabric of their being. To remove it would be to unravel themselves, to lose the essence of who they are. And so they choose to stay, not out of fear or obligation, but out of love. Love for their faith, love for their community, love for themselves. 8. A call to understanding. The story of Muslim youth is a call to understanding, a reminder that identity is not a monolith, but a mosaic of experiences, beliefs, and dreams. It is a call to listen, to hear the voices of those who are often silenced, to see the humanity behind the headlines. For in their stories, we find not just the struggles of a generation, but the hopes of a world where faith and identity are not sources of division, but bridges to understanding.